Joidala fashion guide. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a poncho kimono jacket. So for this you will need your African print, you need a lining, we are going to be lining it, and then we need another plain fabric to create the design around the neckline. The measurement I'm working with is 46 inches, and to that 46 I'm going to be adding 3 inches extra. So to know what to fold, just take your measurement plus the inches you are adding, then multiply by 2, because your fabric is going to be folded into 2. So 46 plus 3, I have 49. And then if I multiply that by 2, so the total fabric I'll be using will be 98 inches. Now for this kimono, we are going to be making use of the width of the fabric like this. We are going to be making use of it like this, okay? So I'll just measure 98 inches. So go to the beginning of the fabric. So you measure 98 inches and then cut it. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what we have after cutting it out. The full length that I have here is 49 inches. 49 inches. And then the lining will be the exact length of the kimono. So the lining is 46 inches. So you also fold the lining. So I have a length of 46 inches. Okay, so the next thing is to take it to the ironing table. So after you have cut out your total length, then you fold it into 2 equal parts. You have something like this, and then you fold again. So we have the front and the back together like this. So the next thing is to iron it, so that we can have a crease line at the center front, because we need it when we want to cut the front part. Okay, so we'll do the same with the lining. Once you've gotten the length of that you want, you fold it into 2. So you have front and the back, and then you fold it again like this. So we now have into 4, and then you go and iron it. So once you have done that, you place the lining. You want to cut the neckline of the fabric and the lining together. So this is optional. You can cut your main fabric first and then use it to cut the lining, but I want to do mine together. So you place it on it like this. Okay, making sure that they are together. If you like, you can use your pin to just hold that. So the main fabric is longer than the lining at the side here, just small, let's say 3/4 inch. And then at the down part, you see, so this is what we have at the down part. You have an extra of let's just say 3 inches. So we are going to mark our neckline now. There is not going to be any joining at the shoulder, so we are going to leave it like this. So we have both the front and the back. So I'm going to cut with the back neckline first. The neck width I'm working with is 3 inches. So I'll just place my tape at the folded edge and cut my neck width and mark my neck width. The neck width is 3.5 inches. Sorry if you cannot see the chalk mark. And then the neck depth is 1 inch. So you see that. So we have a neck width of 3.5 inches. Let me change the chalk. So neck width of 3.5, neck depth of 1 inch, and then we connect that. So we'll cut it out. So after we have done that, we are going to open it up. Remember, we are having both the front and the back together. Okay, so we'll open it up lengthwise. We already have our crease line. That was why we ironed it. So you see, this crease line will help you to know where the middle is. You see? So this side is for the back, and then this side is for the front. So I will open the lining as well and place it under it. After folding it into two, after separating the back parts, so this side is the back, this side is the front. Okay, so the excess of ironing, you see, you have the crease line. So this is the shoulder line, and then this is the center front. So from that shoulder line, you can just mark. We want to determine where the break point, so you can mark to the waistline or to the underbust. Okay, to the waistline we have 17, and if you want to mark to the underbust, that means you go 2 inches above that. So you determine where you want yours to end. So from this part, from the width of the neckline, we just slant it. So you can just, from here like this, you can just place your ruler like this and just slant it. So anywhere it ends, like this, you see. So you can just slant it like that. So mine will end around the underbust. And then we cut it out. So I'm cutting the fabric and the lining together. So once we've done that, we'll cut here open. The center front, this part, will cut it open. So before you cut it open, make sure that your fabric is well arranged. Okay, make sure that the lining is well arranged. No, one side is no longer than one. Make sure it's well arranged, that the sides are together like this. same for the main fabric. So make sure you are cutting along the crease line. So the next thing now is to cut out with the plain fabric. We'll cut the one that's going to go round. That is the border, the neckline border. So to do that, you just measure what you have from the down part. Remember, this is folded into two. So you measure what you have from here. Measure what you have like this to the neckline like this. Okay, and whatever you have, you multiply it by 2, and then you add like 10 inches extra. So right now I have 55. So the width of the one that will go around is going to be 5 inches. Because we want it to be 2 inches wide. So I'm going to be joining. I'll check if this is long enough. Remember, I marked 55 inches. So plus 5 inches, that will be 60. So I'll just cut, I'll double this because our measurement is on fold. So I'll just double it like this, fold it into 2 like this. Then I'll mark 5 inches. So this is what we have after cutting it out. We are going to join it at the center back. So we'll join it here. So I'll stitch it down with quarter, the zigzag to lock it up. So at this down part, if it's not long enough, at this down part, you can now add to it. Okay, 5 inches this way, 5 inches this way, so that I don't have any shortages. And then we'll take this to the ironing table. Fold it into 2 like this, and then we iron it flat. Just iron it from one end to the other. Once you've done that, you set it aside. So we'll work on the main body. So we're going to start with the down part. So this is the right side. This is the right side of the fabric. So we pick. So this side is the back part. So you also take the back part of the lining. Like this. So the middle, let it correspond with this middle here. Okay, the notch like this, let it correspond. So I'm going to sew with 1/2 inch. So this part, this salvage part, we are going to trim it off. So we stitch 1/2 inch like this to this side. Okay. Once you have done that, we are going to turn it inside. We'll turn it inside. So let's quickly do that. So I'm going to take it step by step. So this is what we have after sewing. So once you have done the back like this, just go ahead and do the same for the front before we turn it over. So this part, this salvage part, I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to trim it off. So let's sew first. So I'll take this close to the edge, like this. So I'll go ahead and sew with 1/2 inch seam allowance. You see how this space here. So what I've done now, I'll repeat it for the other side of the front. Remember the front, we have the other part. So I'll repeat the other side. This side. What we have when we are done, this is the back side, and this is the front side. So we are going to be closing up the side, and then we will turn it from here. We turn it inside out from here. So you want to do this carefully. Remember that we have excess. We have excess of 3 inches. So you want it to go in like this with about 2.5 inches. Like this. So you can use your pin to hold it first and then check if it is okay. Easy for you. You lay it on the floor like this. So you confirm your length. So you take note of the part that is the excess. So you can use your pin to hold it down. Then you take it to the ironing table, then you iron it before you sew. So you are going to be sewing this side, these two sides. So before you do that, this salvage part, you trim it off. You trim it off on both sides, and then you're going to stitch with 1/2 inch from here. So with 1/2 inch seam allowance to this other side. we do same for the other part, this other side. So once we've done that, we'll notch the corners, you notch it, and then we bring it out from this center front. You turn it inside out. So I'll do that off camera and then show you what it looks like before we attach the band around the neckline. This is Joidala fashion guide. So this is what we have after stitching. So we are going to turn it out from the center front. So these corners, you make sure that you cut it like this so that it can come out well. See it. So the next thing is to iron it. So we'll take it to the ironing table. We'll iron it so that the seam can relax. Okay. So if you press everything down, then this is the back neckline. Place it together with the lining like this and notch the midpoint. You notch the center back. So this is what we have cut out. It was 5 inches on, then on fold we have 2.5. So the center point is where we joined. So you want to place it at that. You place it on the wrong side. Sorry, on the right side. Like this. So at this point you use your pin. So pin like that to the front. So I want to finish it to be like this. This is what it looks like after pinning from the middle to one side. To the end, you have something like this. So you do same for the other side. And then when you are done, for this end, you make it to, before you start, you come out of this ending by 1/2 inch, then you cut it. Then you flip it inside like this and stitch it close. okay, before you start. That's what you're going to do at the other end as well. So we are going to stitch 1/2 inch seam allowance from here, from one end to the other end. And then when we are done, we'll use an overlocker to lock this place, or a weaving machine. And then we are going to iron it to stay flat, so that when we are done, it's going to lie like this. So we'll press it down, it will lie like this. I hope you find these tutorials helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave comment below in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the video, and please subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. I'll show you the final look. So here is the final look of our poncho kimono. This is Joidala Fashion Guide. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. See you in another video.